काउंटडाउन में
शुरुआत हमसे टेंशन
एग्जैक्टली
Starting?
Who
is singing?
ISKCON promo will come. 1 minute will come. Okay. इसको पहचानो कौन है? साफ साफ पहचानना है क्या? नहीं.
Garland for Maharaj.
You can do it. कौन है? वो नहीं पहचाना है. महाराज है. हाँ ये देखो. नहीं महाराज. देखो शक्ल से. देख नहीं रहे. कुरकुरा. कैसा बात है? स्टार्ट करना तो कीर्तन. कीर्तन तो ज़्यादा करना प्रभु. कीर्तन तो. ठीक है करना. टाइम क्या है तो देखना. 25 होना. कीर्तन तो ज़्यादा. नमो कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चातारिणे नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चातारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे 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 जय पंचतत्वा जय पंचतत्वा जय पंचतत्वा जय पंचतत्वा Shiva Jaya Jaya Gora Chande Hare Krishna बहु कोटि चंद्रमणि वदन उज्ज्वल दिवा बहु कोटि चंद्रमणि वदन उज्ज्वल दिवा बहु Hare
everyone can go down to offer obeisance. जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमेश्वर परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्री श्रीमद् हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस ऑफ चरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमेश्वर परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्रील भक्ति सिद्धांत ठाकुर श्रील प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की श्री षडगोस्वामी स्वामी प्रभु की वर्तमान आचार्य वृंद की श्री श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिवृंद धाम की ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की नवदीप श्री मायापुर धाम की श्री क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगा माई यमुना माई भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की पतित पावन श्री नाम संकीर्तन की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to Swami, all glories to Swami, all glories to Swami, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gopal.
Namaste Narasringaya.
Namaste Narasingaya.
Namaste Narasringaya.
Namaste
background. Hare Krishna.
No, my jacket's up there.
I'll do it. I'll do it. Okay. It's shorter.
This one shorter.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Second. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, maybe we can come a bit forward. If others will come, they can sit at the back.
Krishna, I'm looking for a verse. Just a second. Would like to welcome everyone, and we're happy to be back also here. Second time we were doing Harinam today. It was ecstatic. A lot of devotees came, even though it was a little bit cold, but it was worth it. Yes, definitely. Mm-hmm. Please give me a little bit more. Where is that verse? Okay, we can start a little bit by chanting. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari.
Hare
Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Gita Parakamana Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahaganayam Tam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijanasahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Madham Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gosha Gopikakanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurani Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sudevi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpadayascha Vipasindhu Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasari Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Astasvati Shasarine Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So I was given a topic today on Guru Tattva. This is actually, there are 4 tattvas. Tattva means truth. There are 4 tattvas that we cannot fully will be able to comprehend or understand. First of all, we'll not be able to fully understand who is Krishna. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the source of everything. Janmadi Ashayataha, everything emanates from Him. He is all attractive. Everyone is subordinate to Krishna, from Krishna. Ete cham sakala pumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. He is the supreme enjoyer. He is the supreme provider. He is the supreme maintainer. He is the doer of everything. So, how can we understand Krishna? He is always expanding. At all times, every moment. Radha Tattva. How can we understand Srimati Radharani? She is the Hiladini Shakti, the personification of bliss. Hiladini means bliss. It's like in the spiritual world there is this different Shaktis, Shambhik, Shandini and Hiladini. That means the knowing potency, the knowledge, potency, the eternity. Everything is eternal there, and everything is blissful. Full of knowledge, bliss, and eternity. She is the eternal consort of Lord Krishna. She is the one who pleases Krishna the most. She is the best servitor of Lord Krishna. Is the incense still on?
Yeah.
Can you please turn it off? It's just my throat is already, it's gone? It's still lingering.
Open the windows.
Please, because my throat is not so good. Yes, she is the one who can control Krishna. Only personality who can control Krishna. Srimati Radharani. And she is none other than Krishna also. It's like Prabhupada gave an example of the sun and the sunlight. You cannot separate the sunlight from the sun. Like as soon as we see the sunlight entering into our room, we can understand that the sun also is already there. So you cannot separate the sunlight from the sun. She is the female it's like male God is Krishna, female God is Radharani. Okay, it's another. But there's another old from the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Then there is Shiva Tattva. Who can understand Lord Shiva? Lord Shiva is not Vishnu Tattva, and he is not also Jiva Tattva. Jiva Tattva means us, living entities. We're all fragmental parts and parcels of the Supreme Lord. Mamai Vamso Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. We're all eternally parts and parcels of the Supreme Lord. But we have the same quality as Lord Krishna. Full of knowledge, bliss, and eternity. But we can be covered up. But there is Shiva who is neither, actually he is also Krishna, but according to Lord Brahma, it's like yogurt. Dahi. Everyone knows dahi, right? Dahi, where dahi came from? Milk, dud. But you cannot bring back the yogurt back to milk. So Sadashiva. And he's also always meditating on Lord Krishna. He's Krishna himself, like Lord Balaram. Lord Balaram is also Lord Krishna, but Shiva has his own category. It's like, have you been to Navadvip Mandal Parikrama?
Yes.
There is a deity of Hare.
Yes.
Yes, Hare. Hare means Lord Vishnu, and Hara means
Lord
Shiva. So half of the face is blue and half of the face is black.
White.
Huh?
White and black.
White and black, blue and black, white. Yes, Hare. And 4 arms, two arms having the Trishul and this, what do you call this? Damru?
In English, Damru. Damru in Hindi, but in English.
I don't know. It's a drum. It's a small drum. And the other two, the other chakra and lotus Then the fourth tattva that we are not really fully understand is Guru tattva. Guru means spiritual master, teacher. Srila Prabhupada, I'm going to read to you what Prabhupada says here. So we should go to a bona fide spiritual master and should understand everything as it is. Tat Vijnanartam Sagurum Eva Abhigache. Mundaka Upanishad, Canto 1, Chapter 2, Text 12. This is from the lecture given by Srila Prabhupada, October 16, 1976. The word abhigache is used. This word in Sanskrit grammar is called a vidhi, a regulation. As you cannot say no to the rules and regulations, when you walk on the road and you see a sign, keep to the left, this is law. You cannot disobey. This vidhi means that which is not according to your choice. You have to do it. Guru eva abhigache. You have to approach a bona fide spiritual master. These are the rules and regulations of the scriptures. Now, for those who are serious to go back home, back to Godhead, one needs a guru. One needs a teacher. Because we are in ignorance, and the guru is the via media by which we can cross over the ocean of material sufferings. It's like the spiritual master is a bridge. It's like if you want to cross a very rapid flowing current, a river, a body of water, and if you swim, you'll be carried by the current. You'll not be able to reach the other side. You'll be going that far. You'll be carried so far away. Your intention to go across, you'll not be able to reach. So the spiritual master is like a bridge that goes like that, easily. So we have to follow what the scripture says. Tad vidhi panipatena pariprasnena sevaya padakshantite jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshina. If one wants to realize the absolute truth, which is our purpose in human form of life, to inquire about the absolute truth. Atato Brahma Jignasa. Now that we have come into this human form of life, now is the time to inquire about the absolute. And because we have come here in ignorance, we will not be able to see. It's like our eyes are blindfolded. There's a blindfold. Or we're blinded by illusion. So the spiritual master is like the one who will give us knowledge. Sambandha Gyan. There is Sambandha Gyan, there is Abhideya Gyan, and there is Prayojana Gyan. Sambandha Gyan means, if you want to understand who am I, I'm not this body. I'm spirit, soul. I'm not from Ukraine. I'm not from India. The body, maybe from there, but the person inside, I'm not from Spain. I'm not from Philippines. The soul. I'm not a Hindu. I'm not a Muslim. I'm not a Christian. That is temporary bodily designation. But who we are individual, unique, spiritual, living being And we are all created by the Supreme Lord. So now we have Supreme Lord. Who is the Supreme Lord? Some says, there are also, yes, there are three aspects of the Supreme Lord. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavad-gita, Sabjate. Vadanti Tattva Vidas Tattvam. Tattvam, again, Tattvam. Brahman effulgence. Prabhupada will always give very often the analogy, giving the example of the sun. Yes, who is knowing the sun is not enough to see the sunlight. There is a sun glow, but there is also the sun planet deity, Vivashvan. So, yes, Supreme Lord, Bhagavan. And what is our relationship with Him? How do we develop? Because we have this eternal relationship with the Supreme Lord and we have forgotten that. We became covered up. The problem here is that no one in the world is telling us that we have forgotten Krishna. We have forgotten God. In some religions, they will just say, yes, God is great. God is almighty. He is the supreme. But there is no clear description who is God. What is God? How God is great? How is He? Where does He live? He has a residence also, like us. But our residence will keep moving every 4 years. Every 2, 3 years, we keep moving. But He is an eternal abode in the spiritual world. How can we revive our eternal relationship with Him? What is the means? How we can develop or reinstate our eternal loving relationship with Krishna? So this is the role of the spiritual master. And he is not God. He's still again in a different tattva, Guru tattva. He's a jiva. But he's empowered. So sometimes Krishna will come. Prabhupada says also, the Brajavasis, they don't need Guru. Because their Guru is Krishna. But it's not the modern day Brajavasis. The original Brajavasis, 5,000 years ago. The modern day Brajavasis, they may be real Brajavasis, but not all of them. Because Brajavasi means one who serves Krishna 24 hours. One who has love for Krishna. And always, for the Brajavasis, they don't care whether Krishna is God or not. They just want to love Krishna. They just so attracted to Krishna that even their own family members are secondary compared to Krishna. So who tells us all of this? The spiritual master. Prabhupada, in the very first initiation in ISKCON, this year we are celebrating the 60th anniversary of the incorporation of our movement. We are 60 years old. Our movement. We're still like a baby, learning how to crawl, because our movement will go on for the next 10,000 years. So what is 60 years compared to 10,000 years? It's nothing. Who knows math? How much percentage of that? Very little. Not even 1%. Huh? Yes. So, in the very first initiation, Prabhupada says, it was Janmashtami, and then he says, I will give initiation. And the followers of Srila Prabhupada, they don't know what is initiation. Because at the time of initiation means the formal acceptance of the spiritual master to guide the disciple to give him this knowledge for which he can go back home, back to Godhead. And Prabhupada says that the spiritual master is as good as God. And he should be given equal respect, same respect as the Supreme Lord. So those new, those who will be initiated, they were talking with each other. Swamiji says that the spiritual master is as good as God. Is he God? And he should be given equal respect as Krishna. So they're bewildered. They're confused. They cannot figure out how to understand this. So they went to Swamiji. Prabhupada was called Swamiji in those days. That address is actually not befitting to address the spiritual master. Later on, Prabhupada is given the name Prabhupada. Swamiji is like, it's okay, but you don't call your guru Swamiji. You call Guru Maharaj. So they went to Prabhupada. Swamiji, we are confused. What is this? What is the meaning of this? That the Guru is as good as God. And he should be given the same respect as the equal, as the Supreme Lord. See, yes. The spiritual master will never, a genuine spiritual master, will never ever say that he is God. He will always say that he is a servant of God. There are many bogus gurus in India. And they will be worshipped by their disciples as God. So some of them, they will say, the bogus gurus, they will say, oh, if you think that I am God, I must be God. If you think, yes, maybe you're correct. No, Prabhupada will never say he is God. And a genuine guru will never say he is God. He's a servant of God. Prabhupada says, declaring the development of God consciousness to be the primary duty in the human form of life. Srila Prabhupada cleverly drew from the short speech of his chief guest. This is from Transcendental Diary by Hare Prabhu. So he was recording in a diary. Srila Prabhupada cleverly drew from the short speech of his chief guest to support his contention that a spiritual master is required to achieve this. Who is Guru? He who repeats the Lord's instructions without any concoction. Imam parapraptam imam rajarsiyo vidhu. Sakalenaya sa parantapa. Evam parapraptam. That means that the spiritual master has his also, before he was a disciple, and then therefore he has his guru. And then his guru has his another guru, and then it goes up to Lord Krishna. So the original guru is Lord Krishna, or the Adi Guru is Lord Balaram, Lord Nityananda. Because he's a servant. Krishna is not a servant. Krishna is the Supreme Master. Lord Balaram is the Supreme Personality Servitor of Godhead. He is Krishna also, but his function is to serve Krishna. As Prabhupada says, there is no difference between Lord Balaram and Lord Krishna. Krishna's form is that of bluish black color, and Lord Balaram is of crystal white. But there is no difference. The only difference is color and the mood. Lord Balaram is the Adi Guru or Lord Nityananda because he is the servant, the Supreme Personality servant of, the Supreme Personality, Supreme Servant Personality. So, what is the criteria to be a guru? It's like, what is the criteria to be a good teacher? Huh? A good follower. Yes. He has to be a good student. Isn't it?
Yes.
If you're not a good student, then how can you be a guru? But Prabhupada says, I want all of my disciples, both, everyone, even Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whomever you meet, tell them about Krishna. He wants everyone to be a guru, but then again, there are different kinds of gurus. There is the Bhartma Padakshina Guru, the one whom you first met and who told you about Krishna. Can you still remember who is that person in your life whom you first met? It's like we were doing Harinam, and we're also distributing books. So now, we offer books to everyone, but those who are fortunate to receive a book from your hand, and you told that person about Krishna, you are Bhartma Padakshina Guru. Yes? So like today we distribute many books. Is that correct, Mano Prabhu? Oh, we're doing Harinam? Or the first person whom you receive Mahaprasad is Guru Prasad. He's a guru also because Prasad is not different than Krishna. And as soon as they tasted that Prasad, it's out of this world. So I took one of each from Mataji. She was distributing. I'm sure this is going to be very, very purifying. So Bhartma Padakshina Guru. Then there is Shiksha Guru. Shiksha Guru, usually Prabhupada and Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Shiksha Guru means the one who gives instructions, giving knowledge. Guru means heavy, not by weight. Guru means heavy in knowledge. He knows the absolute truth. Because for him, he doesn't know anything. But, oh yes, Oh, there's another one here. He knows everything. So Prabhupada was once asked, how many windows are there in the Empire State Building? You know the Empire State Building? It was once the tallest building in the world, but now it's Burj Khalifa in Dubai. That's not the meaning of Guru, that he knows how many windows there are in the building. He says, the Guru knows everything means he only knows what Krishna wanted him to know. So, there is Siksha Guru. There is no end about this because we cannot really fully understand the spiritual master. So, Siksha Guru, that means he's the one who gives knowledge and helps one to go back home, back to Godhead, because knowledge purifies our heart. It says in the Bhagavad-gita, armed with the sword of knowledge, cut away, become detached from this material conception of life. This is Guru. It's like in the Bhagavad-gita, the spiritual master, he understood. Arjuna understood that Lord Krishna, even though he's a friend, that's why this most confidential knowledge was given to Arjuna by Supreme Lord, because he is his dear friend and he is a devotee. He understood. Previously, Arjuna was sitting in the same level, eating in the same, who knows? I don't know, maybe same plate. Have you seen friends? They're eating in the same plate? Yeah? In India, this is normal. I don't know, in Ireland, this is also okay? Maybe not. Huh? No, I don't think so. But in India, it's normal, same banana leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah? They will eat together. So we sleep together, we eat together, we sit together. But no, now, I'm in ignorance. And so please, tell me what to do. So when you ask somebody to tell you what to do, to give you direction that inspires you and gives you knowledge that helps you grow in your bhakti, is a Siksha Guru. But Siksha Guru is not so cheap. Because Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that Siksha Guru, usually the Siksha Guru becomes the Diksha Guru. Now, Diksha Guru. One who gives the mantra. We took birth from our mother. That is our first birth. Okay. Then there is a second birth, spiritual birth, at the time of initiation, when we receive the Nam-Diksha, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, from a bona fide Guru. Now, according to the Shastra, there are 4 sampradayas, lineage. If one takes initiation outside, besides those 4 lineage, then it is considered to be void. What do you mean by void? It means no effect. There's so many so-called apasampradaya. Sampradaya. So there is this Brahma Sampradaya. We belong to Brahma, Madhva, Gaudiya Sampradaya. There is a Sri Sampradaya also. From Saraswati. Sri, Lakshmi, yes, same Shakti. Then there is the Rudra. Rudra who? Lord Shiva. And then the Kumaras. Char Kumaras. Yes. Char Kumaras. So if anyone will want to get initiated, we're not saying that we are the only one. We are the only bona fide sampradaya. There are other sampradayas as well. But because we have come in contact with Srila Prabhupada, it is only natural that we should take shelter of Srila Prabhupada. Even though Srila Prabhupada has also initiated by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Yes, his Guru Maharaj. So, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur also, he established the Gaudiya Math. They're like our relatives. Yeah? But we have come in contact with Prabhupada. So it is only natural that we fully give ourselves and surrender in Srila Prabhupada's teachings. Prabhupada says that don't hear from outside. Because if you hear from outside, you may get confused. If you hear something different from what I said, you may get confused. It even says in Vrindavan, don't go outside of the four walls of Vrindavan. Because we have everything there. We have Gaurnitai, Krishna Balaram, Radhashyama Sundar. And Srila Prabhupada, when he established Krishna Balaram Mandir, this was not done by any spiritual master. Even though he's still alive, he asked the disciples to have his murti to be worshipped. Usually the murti is in worship of the spiritual master, the murti of the spiritual master after he departs physically. So yes, we need a guru. However, accepting a guru is not like a fashion. Oh, he has a guru, I should have a guru also. Oh, his guru, he has thousands and thousands of disciples. I think I should also take initiation from him. No. Bless you. Don't do it again. No, you can do it. There is a question, how do I find the spiritual master? You will never find the spiritual master. Why? Because you're in ignorance. Your eyes is shut. Close. You're in ignorance. How can you find who's the guru? So there is this verse, Yasha Pasada Bhagavat Pasado Yasha Pasada Nagati Kutopi. So the guru is sent by Lord Krishna to the sincere soul who is looking. You don't find the guru finds you. No, it's not because, oh, that guru looks very handsome. I like him so much. I fall in love with him to serve him. No, that's not how it goes. Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji was asked by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He's the only disciple. Narottam Das Thakur. He's the only disciple. It's not how many disciples you are that makes you the greatest guru. What is the use of so many thousands and thousands of disciples and you cannot take care of him? Then, here comes the Shiksha Guru now. Because the guru, the initiating guru, is not around all the time. He's traveling. He's going all over the world to spread the holy name, to give knowledge about Krishna. Therefore, though Shiksha Guru, as Prabhupada says, or Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, the Shiksha Guru sometimes becomes more prominent than the Diksha Guru. But it goes side by side. The initial stage, the connection to Krishna, is the Diksha Guru. So, yes, there's a question here. Should we accept a guru from any bona fide Vaishnava Sampradaya, or should it be only to ISKCON? What do you think? Huh?
Any sampradaya? Any four sampradaya?
I know, but you are here. You are having our prasadam all the time. You are worshipping the Panchatattva here, the most merciful. That is like, I don't want to use the word betray. Betray, right? Betray? Yeah? Once you got what you want, then you just leave us behind. That's fine, you can go. There's not a problem. But I'm telling you though, there is no better association. You cannot find any better association better than in ISKCON. You will never see them going out on Harinam every day. You will not see them distributing very nice ladu, prasadam. You will never see them distributing Bhagavad-gitas. We don't go to them. They come to us. I'm telling you. We live in Vrindavan for many years, over 2 decades now. I never go to any other place. But I've seen them, they come and visit us. They come festival times. But we are welcoming them, isn't it? So, should it be only in ISKCON or other sampradaya? Only here, come on. What is the qualification of a disciple? So we already mentioned main quality of the spiritual master. So the disciple, that verse also in the Bhagavad-gita, the number one quality that a disciple should have is humility and obedience. What is the use of taking initiation if you're not going to follow the instruction of the spiritual master? Number one quality also of the disciple is to chant his rounds. 16 rounds minimum. Attentively. Our Guru Maharaj says, and Srila Prabhupada says, of all the instructions coming from the spiritual master, chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is the utmost. That means it is the topmost. And our spiritual master says, because of the time of initiation, there is an agreement done by the disciple to follow the 4 regulative principles and to chant minimum 16 rounds. And then Ekadasi, how many? 25 rounds. This came from Prabhupada. So now, we promise at the time of initiation to chant minimum 16 rounds attentively. And Guru Maharaj says, if the disciple is not going to chant his rounds attentively, what is the use of initiation? One should also serve the spiritual master. Serve. How can I serve my spiritual master? Usually the spiritual master will give a specific service to the disciple according to his ability, according to his expertise, according to his intelligence. It's like we will be put in a service in such a way that we will be able to do it expertly. But sometimes we don't know. Guru Maharaj, I don't know how to do this. I don't know. I don't have any idea. But since you told me how to do it and what to do it, you know why? Along with the instruction coming from the spiritual master, the blessings of the spiritual master comes along or goes along with the instruction for the disciple to achieve it, to follow it, to do it. In those days, young disciples of Prabhupada says, okay, open a center here. They don't know how to do it. They don't know, okay, print books. They don't know how to print books. It's like this Chaitanya Charitamrita was printed. In those days, 1 book per month is being published. But then Prabhupada, he was very enthusiastic. He was so inspired to write books. There was a backlog. There was a backlog of 17 volumes of Chaitanya Charitamrita. And Prabhupada wanted it to print those books in 2 months. So, according to the way how they're printing books, that will take them over a year. Yes? 17 books, that means what? A year and 5 months. But Prabhupada says, no, print it in 2 months. And then disciple says, Prabhupada, that's impossible. And Prabhupada says, impossible can only be found in the Fool's Dictionary. So in 2 months, they followed Prabhupada's instruction. They were able to print those books in 2 months. So it seems to be impossible, right? But no, nothing is impossible. When the spiritual master says something, you follow it, you can do it. It'll be achieved. My spiritual master told me an instruction which even up to now, I'm not able to follow. And he passed on 2 years ago. We just observed his disappearance day, 14th of April. And I'm so close to that place where he wanted me to spend more time. I cannot. I know I can do it, but I should do it, and I will do it. You see? It seems to be very difficult, but the only difficulty is my priority, what to do. And I will do it, and they're waiting for me. So, but of all the instructions coming from the spiritual master, follow the four regulative principles, chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, not just 16 rounds. Actually, after you finish your 16 rounds, your rounds just started. Why? Because Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Kirtaniya Sadari. Constantly. But whatever we do actually in ISKCON should be, the main service is chanting. If one is a pujari and he doesn't chant his rounds, they don't accept 100% your offering. You say you're a book distributor and you don't chant your rounds, it doesn't have so much Shakti on it. Only after some time you'll be distributing books. Only after some time you say Haribol, Haribol. After some time, no more Haribol, Haribol. Chanting is the main ingredient, everything that we do. So one should also inquire from the spiritual master. Inquire relevant questions, how to make advancement. And again, this reminded me of one of the instructions of our Guru Maharaj, that you should always find someone whom you can give your trust, your faith, and reveal your mind. No one can say, I know what I'm doing. No one, well, one can say, I know what I'm doing. As soon as one says, I know what I'm doing, he doesn't know what he's doing. You always need someone to look up. Please, I need help. But you have to be careful. Who is that person whom you're going to ask for help? Whom you really trust? Because again, the spiritual master is not always there. So the spiritual master wanted this from his disciples, that they should not act independently. The sign of being an independent means more repeated birth and death. We cannot be independent. We always ask someone, even our friends, we can ask amongst peers, what do you think, Prabhu? What do you think, Mataji? Shall I do this, or what do you think? As soon as you act independently, more likely you will fail. Hare Krishna. So, how should we behave with other gurus in and outside of our organization? We always be respectful. Srila Prabhupada says, even to the Mayavadis, we should be respectful, but keep your distance. Because you will be, if you get closer to the so-called gurus or bogus gurus, then you will be affected. If you're not so strong, always be respectful to everyone, even to the non-devotees. Says here, how should we deal with our God brothers? We should deal with our God brothers respectfully, according to their advancement, according to their seniority. In ISKCON, something that They've been in ISKCON for 5 years, they think they're already senior. Now there are different meaning of being senior in ISKCON. Senior by age, senior by who received initiation before you did. But mostly, seniority means one who is more realized than yourself. Now, that person who is more realized than yourself could be younger than you. He is senior devotee. It's like in the story of Raghunandan Das Thakur, the boy who was told by his father Mukunda to feed the deity Gopal. You've heard that story, right? Because he was going for an errand, and so he commissioned his son, and the son took it literally. He took it literally that Gopal, you have to eat, because if you don't eat, I'll be scolded. Yes? So when the father returned, and my dear son, did you take care of our deity? Yes, Pitaji. So where's the prasad? There's no prasad. What do you mean there's no prasad? Well, Thakurji ate everything. Yes, Thakurji did. Well, my son, he will never lie. But still, I am curious what really happened. So let me check it out again. So he said, one day, okay, I'm going again, so you please make sure that Gopal eats. So what he did, Mukunda, is that he actually was hiding and see what will happen when his son Raghunandan gave Thakurji to eat. And he saw with his eyes in the big hole that the deity was eating the laddu. But then immediately he barged in and the laddu was half eaten. And the deity is still there. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Mukunda, who is the father? Are you the father of your son, or your son is the father, your father? Mukunda says, my son is my father. Why? Because he's more advanced. I cannot make laddu eat, but he is able to eat. Yeah? So, we have to be careful in dealing with the devotees, because there are also different levels. Kanishta Adhikari, Madhyam Adhikari, and Uttama Adhikari. That means different levels of devotees. And we should just not be only careful dealing with the devotees, with our God brothers, with our God nephews also. God siblings and God relatives. And for that matter, we should also be careful dealing with non-devotees. It's not just you're good dealing with the devotees, you're careful, but then when you go out there, you criticize and then whatever, you put them down or whatever. That's not good. Because there's jivadhoy. One should be merciful also to non-devotees. So, okay, this is the last one here. If two gurus or sannyasis have different views or mood within the same organization, which one should we follow? Principle is the same. Details may differ. Whoever is my immediate authority, I should follow him. And usually your Diksha Guru will never differ from the management. The initiating Guru will always say, follow your authorities. And he will not challenge the authority. The spiritual master cannot take his disciple and put him in a different place. No, he will not want to disturb what's going on. No? If he wants to transfer, the disciple should ask the authority, I want to move closer to my Guru, and it's up to the authority. If the authority says, no, we need you here. You're very valuable. Your service is very much needed here. So even though it is against his will, he should follow. And maybe after some time, he can ask again. Otherwise, how will our movement will go on? If everyone says, I want to move to Vrindavan, then the whole place, the whole temples will be empty. See, Delhi is so close to Vrindavan, but I don't see a lot of devotees from Delhi moving to Vrindavan. They're satisfied where they are. Wherever you are, you should be satisfied. Wherever you are and you are serving Krishna, that is Vrindavan. Yes. Haribol. Prasadam is prasadam. Of course, sometimes other places they have good prasadam. But I'm sure here your prasadam is so good. You know what? Wherever you are and you're worshipping that deity is the dearmost to you. But of course, our Radha Shyama Sundar is the most beautiful. Our Krishna Balaram. Our deities, they are like the deities of ISKCON. I have to say that. But wherever you are, it is not by chance. This is mercy of the Supreme Lord for you to be and able for you to grow up in your Krishna consciousness. Okay? I think that is the last question. I covered many things, but still, it's not possible to understand who is the spiritual master. Okay, there is a question here. What's that here? I don't understand. She sees Mataji as Shiksha Guru. What should she do now? So, follow. What to do? Yes. Yes. No problem. Any questions or comments? Yes.
What is the best, how we can pray to our Guru? What is the way, what is the best, what we can do?
Oh, what do you mean?
Like, how we should, because all the days we need to pray for our Guru. How we...
Pray for him?
Yes.
Your best prayer is to follow his order, to chant the holy name of the Lord sincerely, attentively, follow the four regulative principles, and do your service nicely. This is your best offering. Nothing will go beyond that. It is not offering of flowers. No. That is okay, that's a good showing your love. But your love is that when you know what, when I was traveling with my Guru Maharaj for 27 years, and Prabhupada will also ask, everything alright? So he will ask the same thing, everything alright? How is your rounds? Next question. How is your rounds? Because he wants you to go back home, back to Godhead. And chanting the holy name of the Lord, sincerely, following his instructions, will bring us back home, back to Godhead. This is the only desire of the spiritual master, that the disciple will go back home, back to Godhead. Nothing else. We don't have anything to do, any extra thing to do. That we fulfill the desire of the spiritual master, fulfill the desire of Srila Prabhupada, to go back home, back to Godhead, and help others to go back home, back to Godhead.
Hare.
Shani,
Krishna Maharaj, thank you for the class. So I have
speak louder.
So like
Yeah. Hey.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for the class. So what is the difference between Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru?
What is the difference between
Siksha Guru and Diksha Guru?
There is no difference. The only difference is the Diksha Guru is the one who gives you initiation. The instructions of the Siksha Guru and Diksha Guru are the same. Okay. Siksha Guru you can have unlimited. But Diksha Guru, you can only have one. It's like you only have one mother. Yes? But you can have many fathers. You can have many uncles or aunties. Yes? But you only have one mother. You didn't come out from two wombs. Only from one womb of your mother. Okay, so Diksha means the one who opens the door for you to enter, going back to Godhead. And along the way, you have many teachers to give you guidance, to help you. That is the difference. Do you understand? Yes. Like in the 11th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, there is the Avadut. He has many gurus. Even the prostitute, the trees, the plants, the birds, animals, they are gurus. They can teach you and realize Krishna. Okay? So we should be a good observer. We're just walking along the street here. There's so many lost souls here. We were like that before. I mean, worse than that. So many, I was just looking, oh Krishna, they're really suffering. Yeah? Okay. Any other points?
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Thank you for the information. It's okay.
Hare Krishna.
Can a mother be a Shiksha Guru if the mother will be talking about Krishna and like shows the path how to reach Krishna
Yes,
like
yes.
Guru Maharaj?
You can have unlimited Shiksha Guru. The first Shiksha Gurus actually are the parents. But you see, Bhaktivinoda Thakur could have initiated his own son, Bhaktisiddhanta. But this is not usually the tradition. Yes? But we've heard some in ISKCON that the son who is a guru initiated his own mother. Yes?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for the class. Maharaj, you mentioned.
It's not on.
It's on.
Okay.
It's on.
Yeah. You mentioned a senior is someone who has.
A what?
A senior, someone who is
Senior
he's someone who is more realized.
Yeah.
So how do we figure out?
But you learn from him. He walk his talk. Not just good in talking and not good in walking, not good in the deeds, what he says. There's a saying in English, talk is cheap. Yeah? I can tell you many things what I've told you, but if I don't practice, what is the value? How do you know who's realized? Then you can see he's a good example. He inspires you. If he tells you to chant Hare Krishna and he's not chanting, then right? What's gonna happen? But Prabhupada says though also, even if a drunkard says that this wine, the taste of wine is Krishna, he's a guru also. If you become a devotee by tasting the wine as Krishna, but then later on, no more wine, then he's your guru also. Do you understand? Anything else? Yes?
I have one question.
What happened to the mic? Don't turn it off. Okay.
Can you hear?
You have to keep a bit closer, not like this, closer.
Like this. Okay.
Thank you very much for the class. I have one question about fault finding. So, if we are in the material world and we are going to job and everything,
Fault finding and
if we are going and if we see faults in somebody, but we warn others out for self-protection.
if you see someone who
With faults.
falls and
we warn others for self-protection because
we warn others
for self-protection.
about the other person.
Yes.
Okay.
So is that
What is your example?
example like if somebody is like manipulative or controlling and then
Controlling what?
like yeah,
Taking
some-
advantage of what?
so
If he told you to chant more Hare Krishna, that's not taking advantage.
that is good example.
Okay,
But
so what is the example of taking advantage?
that
See, you're not even knowing your question. And don't be shy. What? Tell me.
like
Taking advantage means what? Abuse, words, what?
no, like
They're asking you to do more service.
in like material world, not in like temple, but in like if you are going to job and then somebody is just
No, if you are under that person,
Mhm.
you have to follow that person. If you have a complaint, go to the HR.
Authority again.
Okay, forget about your question. There's no relevance here now. Go to your HR, okay? Don't ask this question here. Yes,
So Maharaj, someone asked here.
you have a louder voice on the mic.
Yes, Maharaj, I don't need a mic. So someone asked here, as you said, we have 4 authentic paramparas, but still we have to, if we are here, we have to be in ISKCON.
Ideally, because if you learn many things here, why you have to go out? What Prabhupada gave us everything. Prabhupada didn't give us only elementary. Prabhupada gave us the highest. What can be higher than love of God? But we have to follow this, sadhana bhakti. You cannot go to Raganuga bhakti without sadhana bhakti. You cannot go to Bhava Bhakti immediately. No, you cannot go to Prema Bhakti immediately. You have to go step by step. And Prabhupada knew our mentality. It's not so easy to go back to Godhead. Not just by hearing Hare Katha, you go back to Godhead. That is, yes, ideally it'll come after some time. But do some practical service. You want the easy way out. You cannot do it. It's not possible. We're contaminated. Our heart is impure. So much anarthas. So much sinful desires. It's not just by hearing alone and not doing what we're doing, you go back to God. It's not possible. No, we have to start from scratch. Yes?
Yes.
But ultimately, Prabhupada gave us so many things. He gave us deity worship. He gave us how to prepare prasad. He gave us how to distribute books. He gave us chanting, everything that we need. What do you need more? Quit. You can do it. But start become serious. Start become sincere. That's why sometimes two devotees enter Krishna consciousness at the same time. The other one is making more advancement. Why? Maybe before he was a devotee. Or maybe not. But that one is more sincere. He takes everything seriously. Okay, you don't want? Okay, you go out. We're not going to stop anything. It's a voluntary movement here. Did we pay you to come here? You are free to go, whatever. But I'm telling you, you will come back again. Because there is no other association like this. You will never find anywhere. I'm not hankering to go there and get their association. Fine, we'll give them respect, but nothing like it. Nothing.
I received one more question, Maharaj, online. So the question is, sometimes when we start in Krishna consciousness, we get mentors, counselors, one who guides us. So are they Siksha Gurus or not? Or the Siksha Guru is the one who also gives Diksha?
Well, we should not always think that whoever gives me instruction is a Siksha Guru. Because a Siksha Guru is also a very highly elevated position. Okay, they can be called monitor, teacher. Okay, because a Siksha Guru, you give also your life. You depend on that person. Okay, you 100% has full faith on that personality, that you will do anything and everything. If you find a person like that, it's like you go to VIHE, let's say, MIHE, okay? You do Bhakti Sastri. So those teachers are not automatically your Siksha Guru. Okay? Maybe at that time of your life, you did Bhakti Sastri, but then after that you have forgotten them. But the knowledge they gave to you, you carry with you. You follow. Siksha Guru is there always. You can approach. But there is no formality like Diksha Guru. Diksha Guru, there is a formality that you want to take shelter. Then after some time there is an observation. The Guru will observe the disciple, and the disciple also observes the Guru. Disciple can change. It's up to him. There's no force. But in Siksha Guru, there's no formality like that. Okay? I think it's getting late. Yeah? We stop here? Yes or no?
Yes, Maharaj.
Srila Prabhupada ki Jai! Jai Go Sitanan Pramanande! Hari Om Namsar.
His Holiness Bhakti Anugraha Janardana Swami Maharaj ki Jai! Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai!
Hare Krishna. Is it prasadam?
Yes, Maharaj.
Jai Ho. Hare Oh yeah, right. Did you get? I have the books here. Anyone?